Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. So, yesterday we got the foundation walls poured. I was able to help the guys a little bit. I don't know if I was really helping them or if I was in the way, but the way they were talking, it seems like I was helping, so I'm happy. I was running the vibrator, doing everything and really anything they told me to do, how to do it and what they look for, so that was cool learning what they do when they pour, because it is completely different from what we do when we pour. Number one being it's vertical, number two, I do flat work, but similarities between the two. You don't want to vibrate the concrete too much. That's what they kept telling me, is you don't want to vibrate it too much. It weakens the concrete if you vibrate it too much, and that's something that I'm very used to, because the few times a year that we do have to use a vibrator, like when we're doing steps, you know, that's something that we always tell our new guys as well. You don't want to vibrate too much. It'll bring up too much cream and weaken the surface. So some similarities there that I was able to bring over into, you know, the way they do things, and just try to do my best to help them out. But it is about 7 a.m. and I'm happy because I actually get to be over here at the start of the day with these guys. Today we are going to be stripping forms and taking all, maybe not all of the forms off, just the way these guys are talking, it seems like they don't think they'll be able to get all of them pulled, but I'll do my best to, you know, just do whatever they tell me to do, and put panels and all of their materials where they tell me to put them, and yeah, just try to help out any way I can, and hopefully not be in the way. So once it lightens up a little bit, because it is still pretty dark out, I will give you guys an overview and hopefully get some better footage of what the walls look like. And yeah, and you know, my shoulder is just absolutely destroyed from that vibrator, picking it up and down, and it yeah, it's a little painful, but you know, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and we're just gonna push through it. And yeah. Okay, so we're going along the top here so that we can stand on these boards, pulling these pins and wedges. I left one in to show you because this is kind of hard to do one-handed. Give that a couple taps. Pull the wedge. These pins will pop out. We'll pick those up here when we're done. Then you come back here, give the panel a couple smacks, make sure we got all the ones out on the bottom. Pull, maybe. Sorry for the shakiness. And there you go. And you break those tabs off, and there's your wall. So we'll just keep on trucking along, getting these off, pulling the inside ones as well as the plate for this dock spine clip. So I believe the entire top section is stripped. I think those guys over there are starting to pull the big tall panels, but you can see the two little legs that I did. I got the front side and the back side pulled, exposing the concrete, exposing the ledge that the docks plank will sit on. Pulled this side and then broke off all those tabs. And then something else that they pointed out was that the top pin on these taller panels you want to go ahead and get out now. That way you don't have to really try to get a ladder or reach up really high when you're stripping these. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a minute, get final measurements, called into Al with Specialty Precast for the docks plank size. He's been waiting on that for a little bit, so get those measurements and get them sent over to him so he can get started on those, and hopefully those will be in the next couple weeks. So still have this corner here to do in this inside knee wall. Now this is, I keep calling it a knee wall, it's a frost wall. Dirt grade is going to be up to this concrete ledge right here. Basement floor height will be 4 inches higher. Actually no, I'm sorry, basement floor height will be at the top of that. So that is the top of our grade. Basement floor will be 4 inches on top of this footer. But just going around clearing these forms, breaking out a lot of these tabs that are sticking out. Everything's going pretty good. It's really nice to kind of expose the doorways so that now I can see exactly where they are, and that'll be really nice. So gonna just keep plugging away and hope I'm not getting in people's way and do weird stuff like talk to the camera in front of everybody and feel awkward. So back to the time lapse. Okay, so I got this corner all cleared. These two little interior corners were a little bit of a pain, but we got them. You just gotta kind of bend the one tab out and it'll come out. So I wasn't really worried about getting all of those metal tabs today. Just kind of wanted to get as much help, not specifically me. I wanted to help get as much as this stripped as I could today. And hopefully I made a difference. If not, oh well, these guys will, crap talk me behind my back. No, they're all super nice guys to work with and give clear, concise instructions, and that's what I need sometimes. So let me jump back here before I keep breaking their stuff. But for the most part, I think it's going pretty good. Like I said earlier, we got the 4 doors exposed So those are all good. I actually think almost everything inside here is all stripped and cleared. Panels just need loaded up. I see some forms still up on the inside of the storage, and then obviously this exterior wall. We'll walk around front and see what's left out there. Here just in time to see him loading up the last one. So we'll circle back to this, but basically all those metal forms go into those baskets you saw us loading, and then this truck has a crane on the back. It comes and it picks them up and loads them onto this flatbed truck. So it's a pretty neat setup that they have. The crane will swivel so that they can get each basket in there nice and tight. All right, guys, so I was working with my dad this morning. We had a patio to go prep. The builder's building a nice big tent over this covered patio. So we're actually able to get in there and do some work and be somewhat warm, but it needed prep this morning. Took most of the morning, so unfortunately, again, not that it matters to these guys, they're gonna get this job done regardless because that's their job. But I wasn't able to be over here to help these guys finish stripping forms and loading everything up. But they got all the forms stripped, everything is packed up. They got the crane truck loaded, as you guys saw when I first got here, loaded up with the majority of the boxes and cages. They still have a few more things to get, so I believe Chris might be back here later today, possibly tomorrow morning with the crane truck to grab those, and then they'll have their trailer and everything else out of here tomorrow as well, which kind of works out because waterproofing's happening tomorrow, and that one's going to be cool because they're spraying a bunch of stuff. But basically this is it. Concrete foundation is done. Let me just collect my thoughts real quick, and I'll give you guys a walk around and kind of show you what is what. All right, guys, so we are standing in what will be at some point in time our finished basement. Finishing aspect of this basement will probably be 5 to 7 years from now, maybe. We're gonna get the house livable, move in, and then finish things as we're living here. This isn't a 12-month build, start to complete finish. We're going into this process knowing that we are paying a lot of money out of pocket over the next 10 years to have our dream house. So in reality, the basement will get finished in, like I said, probably 5 to 7 years. But for the most part, this is the layout to the basement. We'll have our steps coming down here, turning into what will be a nice bar entertaining area. We'll have a fireplace here. Yes, it'll be the same fireplace that we have in our current house, one that has circulatory heat, I guess, tied into the ductwork. TV, a couple couches, doors to take you out onto the patio. It's not much more money to add a small storage space like this underneath your porch. In hindsight of it, it's a very, very, very small percentage of your total build cost. Instead of paying more for excavation to either leave a big clump of dirt in there or dig it all out and then fill it up with stone, for the cost of the steel decking and a door, it's kind of a wash. So if you're thinking about new construction, think about adding storage underneath your porch, because I mean, what Rachel and I have found in our small house now is that we desperately need more storage. There's stuff laying everywhere. Getting in and out of the attic is a pain. We need more storage, so we're trying to utilize every square inch of space that we can. So eventually we'll have a door here to take you into a nice storage area underneath the porch here. I'm imagining shelving will be here, maybe some more shelving here depending on the space. I can build more shelves back there, hooks, whatever we need, but basically we have a nice area for some storage there. Future gun room will be here, utility room will be in front of that. These pipes right here are for our water. When we have our water coming in and out, we'll need room for that, water and electric. I believe that's where we're going to bring our electric into. That's why those 2 holes are there. That way we don't have to core drill. There will be a partition wall in here eventually. So this doorway that I just walked through here will serve as more storage or an indoor golf simulator. Maybe, probably not. Storage, you know, it is the size of a 3-car garage in here. So regardless with the partition wall, we'll still have plenty of room for storage. You know, Christmas decorations, Halloween decorations, baby clothes, you name it, we'll store it in here. Gymnastics mats, God knows what we're getting into with these 2 girls of ours, but whatever they get into, I know I'm gonna love it. So happy to have this storage room. And then this was an add-on. We were looking at the plans, figuring everything out, and I just thought it would be weird to have the dirt, have our landscaping come the whole way around here, have a walkout door here from the garage, and just to have all this kind of taper off down here to be at our patio door. So I said, well, I want a nice big patio. Why don't we add another smaller garage door here? And now we have all this storage. Now, rooms under a garage can get a little bit more pricey than, like I was just saying about the porch. There's a couple different ways to go about it, obtaining this space, whether you're utilizing steel beams, metal decking, and a crap load of rebar, or Dox plank, which is what we're doing. It's basically hollow core concrete that spans that distance. Now we don't need steel beams. We have extra headroom. Dox plank is a little bit more expensive than your steel decking and steel beams. Not by much, but it is. But to do a space, it is a little bit more pricey than just like underneath the porch because there's a little bit more that goes into it. But now we have even more storage for the lawnmower. That frees up that single stall garage up there. Kids' toys, a quad if we ever want to bring it down from the garage up there. Possibly a future pool pump, so we can keep more room on the open in the pool house in 15 to 20 years when we have a pool. And yes, that was talked about. And like I said, everything is kind of on a timeline of, you know, multiple years and not just months, because this is where we will be living out the remainder of our lives. This is our paradise. We want it to reflect that. So yes, in 15 to 20 years, I promised Rachel we would have a pool. I think I can deliver on that. That's enough time. So we put the pool pump in there, pool toys, have a nice little pool house that's for entertaining purposes, whatever. We got time to figure that out. But yeah, basically this is it. And dear Lord, I am so unbelievably happy. 3 years, 2 years we've been talking about this, we've been dreaming about this, and it's here. And we have a ton of concrete, and we're getting more concrete, and I love it. And yeah, it's awesome. I'll go up top, I'll give you guys a view from up top, and maybe that'll help get the image in your head a little bit more. So alright guys, so here we are up top, looking down at this fortress of a foundation. This is so cool. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm so happy. But right now we're standing where the driveway will be after I get the waterproofing and backfilling done. Like I said, waterproofing's happening tomorrow, so I'll be here to film that, and if all things go well, maybe I can help with that too, because I've never sprayed on a waterproofing membrane before, so that'd be pretty cool if they let me do that. But basically what we have going on here, we have a garage door here, a garage door here, and another garage door here. My office will be above this garage, so we'll have some steps in the back. But if you can see, we have this little ledge, and I know I talked about this in one of the other videos, but that's a 4-inch ledge that wraps all of these walls. I mean, obviously that's open there because that'll be a little breezeway between the two garages,
but they will crane the docks plank in, and that docks plank will set right on that ledge for the perimeter, and then it spans that distance from front to back. Just to give us a little bit added support, Mike Deegan with Seneca Foundations said, hey, let's put some metal angle iron in above these doorways. That way, on top of the extra 1-inch rebar that we added, those lentils will help span that distance for the docks plank to sit on and give us more strength on those walls. And I thought, yeah, let's do it. I love overbuilding stuff, so let's do it. So that's the garage area, future driveway area. Our mud room will be right there, so we'll have a doorway that goes into the mud room. This little bump out right here, yes, these are my hunting mittens. They open up for fingers. So right here where this bump out is, that's our front door. This area here is going to be our front porch, so we'll have a nice area to put some chairs and a little table. Me and Rachel can be sitting out here on a nice Sunday morning during the spring, summer, and fall when it's warmer than this 20-degree weather that we have right now, having a cup of coffee, or maybe in the afternoon or evenings a beer. That'd be sweet. All right, guys, so that is gonna do it. I was walking around trying to think of is there anything I missed? Is there anything else that I wanted to share, or thought, like, if you're gonna be building a house, maybe consider this? Really, the only thing that I can actually think of is that if you are looking at building a house, or you're planning a new house, and you find yourself wanting some extra storage without taking up your living room, ask your builder or consider doing storage underneath your porch area. It's not much more money, if anything, because the amount of stone and fill it takes to fill that cavity up. Or if you're going to be doing steel decking anyway, so you don't have to pay for that fill, you might as well throw a door in. Just look into that. It's it's worth a 5-minute conversation with the builder, or whoever's building your house, or if you're doing it, a couple $100 for a door, whatever. So, but yeah, I mean, this is exciting. There's so many people that I need to thank, just that helped us get to this point. I mean, first and foremost, Rachel, my wife, thank you for just supporting me, I guess, and helping me, just everything that we had to go through so that I could spend as much time over here helping and preparing and working and doing everything I could to get us to this point, taking care of our girls. Just thank you. You're awesome. My parents for encouragement and support, and Dad for letting me use the machines, and Mike Deegan with Seneca Foundations for all the help he gave whenever I was digging the foundation and prepping the footers, and then all the guys that were with Seneca Foundations, like Sean and Chris and Steve and Cody and Frank and Mike Deegan again, and oh boy, if I'm forgetting somebody, I apologize. There's a bunch of you guys here, but thank you guys. Curtis, Graf, you got an awesome team that they were top notch. They're fun to work with, but they got their work done. Just thrower concrete. Just, there's so many people. Just thank you guys for tuning in and watching and liking and subscribing and commenting. I always love seeing people's feedback. This is awesome. So before I get too emotional, I want to say thank you guys for tuning back into another episode of Gunpowder and Freedom. If you liked what you saw, please click the like and subscribe. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, and don't forget to check out that description for some links. If you're in the Pittsburgh area and you're looking at building a new house, definitely check out Graf Custom Construction, Seneca Foundations. They do top-notch work, and have some really awesome guys working for them, working with them. Everybody is very hands-on with that company, and they're just phenomenal. So again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for the continued support, and I am really looking forward to a lot more of these videos coming out. So thanks for hopping on this journey with us. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.